What's up, SNA Assassinators? This is Super Ninja Austin back here with another video. A few hours after making my wrestling news video, now I'm doing my AEW collision review video because we got their Saturday night show just came and gone. And it felt like if it was actually like an hour rather than 2 hours, if not 2 minutes. But let's get started right here. It just came and gone. I barely sat down and watched the show and watched it for because I've been moving around just a little bit when it was on in the first hour, but in the second hour, it felt like if it was barely like a half an hour, like when I sat down for the second hour. But yeah, it was a very excellent show with a very noticeable X. And yeah, we're gonna start off on the opener, which I'll give the third place spot to, which is Darby Allin taking on the Beast Mortos. This is where we got the match starting right away in the head, with Darby Allin starts. This is where they start spinning around until Darby Allin sort of won the first battle with him ducking, go for a back to belly waistlock. But he gets and then we got elbow, but this is where Darby Allin then ducks out of the way, rolls right into the bottom right side. Darby Allin was ready, prepared and ready in every single position in this contest. But this is where he's like, that's all you got. And this is where then he went right to the upper corner side. This is where the Beast and Mortos was in the bottom. This is where he tried to go for a headlock, but this is where he started spinning him around like the Cesaro swing. That's where fans started cheering and rooting for Darby. Let's go, Darby. And that's where he got him in a headlock. That's where then the referee then said, do you want to surrender? Darby Allin's like, why you even ask? If I just got headlocked. And this is where the referee's like, I thought I might check. But somehow I kind of out of it. That's where they went on the outside. The former TNT champion was in control. That's where he sent the monstrous luchador right into the bottom apron, hit him face first there, and that is indeed the hardest part of the ring. This is where we got Darby Allin that went right up on the middle rope. This is where he tried to go for a leg dropping senton, but this is where he gets caught by Beast Mortos, and this is where he gets swinged right in, right head first, right into the steel steps of Simba, and then this is where then we got the Beast Mortos just shouted something to the fans. I couldn't. I get a chance to hear even by hearing it, I just couldn't understand what he was saying. He just shouted something, which I think the fans knew exactly what he's saying by translating it, and they found and it must have been something insulting because they started booing more louder. This is where then we got Beast Mortos that power slammed Darby Allin right into the bottom corner side of the ring side. This is where he put his foot right onto Darby's back. This is where then he's like, there's plenty more where that came from. This is where he picks up the former TNT champion. This is where he started raking him right in his eyes. This is where he was like, there's nothing that you're going to do about it. This referee's like, but yeah, there's going to be something that I'm going to do about it because if you don't stop, you're going to get DQ'd in the next 5 seconds. I'm like, why would you wait until the next 5 seconds if you could just do it now? Because I thought it was the most illegal move as much as a chair shot is. And I was like, I'm so confused these days in professional wrestling. Maybe this is AEW's new rule and that don't occur in the other promotions like TNA, WWE, or others. But let's continue the review where we got Darby Allin right into the bottom corner side, but he gets hit with a Samoan drop right in the middle of the ring. This is where then he tried to go for a pin. This is where we got Darby Allin kicking out. This is where we got the Beast Mortos was like, how did he kick out so easily? And then this is where the Arlington fans were cheering for Cody. Not Cody, Darby. The guy the guy that Cody Rhodes helped to get AEW. This is where we got Darby Allin the foot right out of a body slam that what's his name? Beast Mortos was about to do to him, but he countered, flipped him right over into a wheelbarrow by pushing him in the right side. This is where he only got a 2 count, and he gets pushed right to the left corner side rope. He springboards to the crossbody onto Beast Mortos, but this is where he still kicked out at 2.7. despite taking a hit like that, after being distracted with a wheelbarrow roll up. But this is where we got Darby Allin to start hitting some punches, chops, like if he was John Moxley back in the day. This is where he tried Irish whip the Beast Mortos right into the right side. I mean, yeah, but this is where he gets countered by the monstrous luchador. This is where we got Darby Allin to try to intercept into a springboard coffin drop, but this is where it turns into what's that? A double overturn, and then it was what's his name? Beast Mortos then caught him right up on his back. And we were trying to go for a German suplex, but he gets elbow strike right into the face by Darby. This is where Darby then go for like a leg drop maneuver, but this is where we got. This is where then we got Beast Mortos try to hit him with a powerbomb face buster maneuver, but this is where Darby Allin counters to a sunset flip into a roll up, but Mortos kick out of that as well, and then it was Darby Allin like, okay, I kind of figured that was going to be happening, so I'm not going to be disappointed that much. This is where we got Darby Allin to go for a sleeper right on to the Beast, but this is where Beast they try to grab on him and try to slam him right onto the upper left side turnbuckle, which he did, which was like a cannonball, like flipping him over and cannonballing him. Not only what's his name, Darby Allin, but himself, in order to get himself free from the former TNT champion. That's where then we got. This is where then the Beast from Mexico then go for a cannonball right onto the half-dead wrestler, going for a cannonball right onto you try to make him fully dead, but this is where Darby Allin move out of the way, send him right over to the top rope, and he crashed right into the left side of the ringside area. Darby Allin then go up right up in the middle, or more likely the top rope in the upper left side, and hits a coffin drop right onto him, right onto the outside. I was like, yeah, too bad that was not inside. But no matter, regardless, I still think that the former TNT champion Darby Allin is going to take him back in the ring, and he's going to eventually beat him with the pinfall count. But let's talk about. This is where we got Darby Allin look like he was about to do all just that, but this is where we got it was a overturn of the event, but with Mortos then threw Darby instead back in the ring, sliding him back in the ring like if he was Rey Mysterio. Just where then he went right to the right side, hit him with a bulldozing spear, like that was more devastating than anybody's spear in all of wrestling. But this is where we got Beast and try to go for a pin, but this is where the referee counted 1, referee counted 2. But at the final second, Allin got the shoulders up before the referee can even place his hand on the mat, before saying 3 at 2.9999999 double triple nine minus 0.1 to that point. But this is where we got Darby Allin then going right up with a knife edge chop, trying to fight back. Once we got Beast Mortos trying to pick Darby right back up. This is where Darby got intimidated whatsoever. This is where he started fighting back, hit some chops, even though he was in the less fortunate side of the battle. And this is where we got Beast Mortos was winning this wrestling tennis. This very difficult game, even allowing him to try to hit some perfectly good shots, getting with some knife edge chops, which I believe that earned him like a number 1 and number 2 spot, into the envy list of the Lane General. But this is where we got and then we got Beast Mortos and slap him like if he was just a child that's backsassing him. This is where it is nobody outdoes Mortos here. This is where the Mortos time to finish him. This is where the referee's don't be in a hurry to do something, because any sudden move could put him right on the shelf in the injury list. And this is where Beast Mortos I don't give a damn. I don't care if I put him in the injury list. He's gonna deserve this, and and it's not gonna be much of a difference of being my problem. This is where then he try to hit Darby Allin, then dodge, and this is where he then go for a punch and a slap, and then roll right forward and then back, and then hit him with a spring jumping sunset flip like you normally do, which I believe that's a signature move. He even does that on AEW. What's that? AEW Fight Forever. But once you try to go for a pin, though, he gets a denying kick out at a 2.8. This is where fans were continuing to chant for Darby, and and these Arlington fans really must have been a Darby fan because they were chanting this the whole entire night, and then gave him biggest ovation, like if he is actually from the state of Texas rather than being from Washington State. But this is where we got Darby Allin was considering to hit the coffin drop. This is where he got denied by Mortos. This is where he tried to go for an avalanche maneuver onto the former AEW TNT champion. This is where he countered and tried to was that an avalanche? But instead he had a better idea. This is where then he goes spring jumping right onto the looks at the upper ropes onto the left side. But this is where we got what's his name, Beast Mortos, picking right up in the military press slam and body slammed him right onto the canvas. And that's where then Mortos then was hanging on to the ropes in the bottom corner side. That's where he went a big right hand like into an uppercut. This is where then he went up right up on the top with the former TNT champion. This is where then he picks him up, try to go for like a Samoan drop like maneuver, but this is where Darby Allin counters and turns to a crucifix slam right off the top rope in the top ropes in the lower left side. This is where then it was the lower right side. My bad. My apologies, assassinators. This is where he slammed him right off the top of there. This is where then he went right back up there. This is where then he hits him with a coffin drop to seal the deal because he got the 1, 2, 3. And your winner of this match on the opener and the third place best match of the night, Darby Allin. And I want to give a big congratulations to him, like in this very hard fought victory, even though Beast Mortos is an AEW mid carder, like glorifyingly, and I don't mean that by an insult, like but just looking at the reality side of things. But despite that, he gave him a run for Darby's money. You got to admit, and who knows, maybe a contract's gonna be offered to the CMLL Luchador, perhaps, like in the foreseeable future, if he ever does leave the Mexican-based promotion. And when do you think that will be? Let me know in the comment section right down below. But let's continue to talk about Darby Allin's win. This is where Darby Allin then cut a post-match promo. This is where it is like addressing the Elite, like in this match this coming Wednesday, Blood and Guts. This is where he was like, but before he got in, he's like, hey, everybody in Arlington, like, I feel absolutely wonderful. Like, how about you guys? Fans were feeling the same way, like if he was his hometown. And it's weird. Then Darby Allin was like, and you know what I do? Like, I'd never take the night off, even if I need to take the night off, because if they don't have that scheduled me, I gotta have to get some work done. I got kicked in the face, and then I think I would get ready to get kicked in the face than relaxing at home right now. And we're getting ready for Blood and Guts, which is in the next how many days from now? Like 4 days from now. And this is gonna be my first Blood and Guts match. And he's like, and then this is where then he said you're talking about the concept of blood and guts. Like you can see the scar on my guts. When back in our Anarchy and Arena match, which it was a little scar that's gonna probably stay on this midsection for many years to come. And then this is where then Darby Allin's like, and I also want to talk about the EVPs, for a second. Most specifically the Young Bucks. You know them, you care not to talk about them. But that sucks, about the EVP. The one thing that they're horrible at is not showing up for AEW Collision, thinking it's just a useless show, like if it's another Rampage. But no. It's not another Rampage, and none of the AEW shows besides Dynamite absolutely suck. That's an absolute lie. And this is where then he said, they don't show up, they don't present it, they don't advertise it, they don't give no news on the radio. The only person that's been doing the only person that keeps up to date on the show is me, Darby Allin, and he's like, I'm gonna make sure that everybody's gonna know that. And he's like, and again, And he's like, and to be honest, like I wouldn't be here if it had been for if it had been for the young bucks. Like, let's be honest, like because yeah, they're not dependable of getting anywhere, like of getting into to achieve your dream. And as for you, Jack Perry, like yeah, oh God, like this man, the current TNT champion that you call the scapegoat, like and you, yeah, scapegoat. That TNT championship means everything to me. Like, you know, I'm gonna find my way to get that championship again, and it should be back to its rightful owner. And then this is where then he said, and he's like, and I know that lane is right around the corner. Like, so if you have the balls, boy, let's play it. Let's play a game of ball. And then this is where the dark. And this is where they say, like, all right, fans, like, I hope you all have a great night, and I'll see you guys on Wednesday when I go to Nashville for Blood and Guts. And then this is where then he left the ring. This is where he was heading back to his locker room. And who thinks he'll win this Blood and Guts match? Do you think it's going to be Team AEW or Team The Elite? Let me know in the comment section right down below. I'm already picking that it's definitely going to be the Team AEW because Team Elite already won a match over AEW, Team AEW. The only thing different is it was FTR and Bryan Danielson rather than The Acclaim, Mark Briscoe, and Swerve Strickland. Like, but the only thing that's similar to these of the Team AEW this time and last time is Darby Allin's in it, and I think they need to get this win, like because if they don't, like it's like yeah, it's all over for Team AEW and for the rest of the AEW company and for all the baby faces of getting fair shots as champions or any other achievements. And then secondly, we can have Swerve Strickland can continue to brag about Swerve is like double times better than Danielson because he could beat the likes of Will Ospreay and the Elite, like something that he failed to do 2 straight months in a row. But anyway, this is where we got the Acclaim. It's like, hey, no, listen, and this is where then he tried to present AEW Collision. This is where then daddy ass Billy Gunn's like, all right, like not today, like no, not king of rapping and not king of scissoring, you guys. Like, and he's like, you need to start getting up and go get into y'all's A game and be prepared and help Team AEW keep the privileges where it's at. Like it's and now you need to put the Elite, most specifically Nicholas and Matthew Jackson in their place, and it's time to nut up or shut up. And I was like, I'm not sure if that's a great term to use, but I get what he means for saying that. Like they need to get on the A game, like, and they need to the win. I need to win this match. Not only just not just get a win and what's that word? I'm trying to get the better one out of the Team The Elite. Yeah, I do have WhatsApp. Yeah. And just send me your what's it called? Your information down in the comments, and then I'll gladly will what's that be in contact with you so we can do some exclusive chatting. Yeah, bro. Yeah, absolutely. And if you need my okay, no problem. Yeah. Absolutely, yeah. But yeah, I'll say my profile. I'll say I don't know it specifically, but it's obviously my name, Super Ninja Awesome. Try to look that up, and then and add me onto your WhatsApp. Yeah. But anyways, assassinators. But yeah, what are your thoughts on this? And Billy Gunn, like you trying to get him up, like not only to just for the privilege of AEW, but also like for getting a shot at the AEW. Yeah, absolutely a WWE match. I would love to do that. Yeah, absolutely. Just name the place, time, and anywhere. Exactly. Yeah, it'll be scripted as well. But anyways, yeah, but also not only for just the privilege of eight, but also prove to them like if they could beat them 2 times, like then imagine what they can do when they actually do win the AEW Tag Championship. But let me tell you, like they're not the only guys that's seeking their seeking their seeing devices onto the Young Bucks' double straps, because later on we're going to see some other former AEW Tag Team Champions going to set their eyes on the prize of the tag belts that the Young Bucks are currently holding on to. The finisher I would say the Death Valley Driver, and maybe a crossface, which I would call the I'm not sure if I should explain it, but I'll say I'll do a crossface and a drop in a spear. I'll say those are the three main maneuvers I would do. Well, that's actually my three finishing maneuvers I would do: a spear, Death Valley Driver, and a crossface. Well, I do call it the Death Valley Driver the Assassin Valley Driver, because I like to call it that when a wrestler hits it on the show like WWE or AEW, like where they I call it like the most dominating move in all of professional wrestling. Okay, yeah, that sounds pretty cool. A pedigree, a stunner, and an RKO. Yeah, from the three iconic former WWE championships. I would, yeah, I don't blame you for hitting those maneuvers. Like, that's my brother's favorite finisher, the RKO for sure. Yeah. I'll say my height's like I mean, no, it's 6'2" and I weigh 170 pounds. Yeah. But anyways, this is where we move on to the next match. Hikaru Shida taking on Sky Blue. This is where we got Hikaru Shida then battle it out and do a little grappling war until like they got into the ringside area. And yeah, I was not expecting what was going to happen, because once they went to picture in picture, this is where like they were fighting a little bit. But once Hikaru Shida hits him right in the head, it seemed like they kind of stopped the match with the referee checking on Sky Blue. Like once Hikaru Shida hits her right in the head, and then this is where she was like, That's where then she yeah, this is where then the referees and looked like that he's like like we cannot do it anymore. Like she's not clear enough to compete. And this is where they hand the match like with okay, yeah. Yeah, yes, sir, bro. Wow. I'm not expecting you to be that high. I'm not that high. I mean not high, but you know what I mean. Like I know that was your height and your weight, bro. But yeah, I'll say, but I'm not gonna underestimate you, because yeah, your size don't matter. It's the what's that? The dedication and the motivation and what you believe in. Yeah, like what makes you a successful competitor. I Julian. Yeah. Can you come get this water out the car for a little? Yeah, sure, I can do that. Excuse me for a second. All right, assassinators, I'm back. Let's that's where the referee just said like, yeah, Sky Blue cannot do anything else anymore. Like she just got hit bad right into that barricade spot, and they just handed the match like with Sky Blue had no choice but to forfeit the match because she got concussed in that spot, and that was not supposed to happen. And yeah, that shows you that wrestling is a very not a very safe what's that not very safe when you're in that square circle. Like it just give what's that word I guess like yeah, it's very risky, like more risky than football. Like and that shows you yeah, and they even tell you that you're you're not supposed yeah, like don't try this at home or yeah anywhere. Like if you're not a professional, like doing this on a predetermined show like AEW WWE is doing. But yeah, like, and I hope that this concussion does not keep her out of action for so long. Like, and as much as I would like to make a joke about like saying saying that like maybe this is a good thing that she doesn't yeah, maybe like we don't have to worry about her attacking anybody on AEW programming, but we can we can see but at the same time, like yeah, but I'll say excuse me, but but yeah, like yeah, it's not like nobody don't deserve to get an injury that's very devastating and brutal like that, like getting a concussion, like getting hit barricade. But let's hope she's doing okay. Hopefully she won't be out of action for long. But yeah, that was definitely not supposed to happen, and I don't think that was part of the script. But once yeah they were off of the picture-in-picture break, they officially announced it that he called Sheeta the winner by what's that standing on the stage, being the confirmational winner, like of the contest, even though it was by default, I guess you could say, like with her not have to win by pinfall submission, maybe you could say by a knockout, perhaps. But let me know down in the comments below and what your thoughts on to this match, like happening in a not scripted way. Yeah, okay, but yeah, that's where we got some commotion going on backstage. It's where we saw it was none other than Lance Archer attacking everybody, like all the staff members and the what's it, and the enhancement guys. Like that was probably most likely gonna be wrestling on AEW Collision. I'm not sure if it was this week or maybe for I'm not sure about AEW Dev, or what's that? Not Dev before Dishonor. Like, I'll say maybe like for a future AEW show, whether that be on AEW Dynamite, AEW Rampage, or Collision, or wherever the what's that wherever they're gonna have them book them at. But it seemed like that we have something interesting that we have for Lance Archer right here at this time, but. Yeah, absolutely. I am in the Iron Man match. I just like it when how who can get what competitors can get the most wins before the timer hits up. Like what if it's like a 15-minute or 30-minute time limit Iron Man match, like where you can try to see how many wins that you can get against your opponent, or like or vice versa on whoever's gonna get the most wins before the time hits. Timer hit. They kind of give it that sports feel, like football or basketball, like where you see which team gets the more points than the other, like less than before the timer hits off on the first and second and third and fourth quarter. But the only thing different is there's no first and second and fourth quarter. But anyways, but yeah, we got Lance Archer back, and I was like, when the last time I saw this guy? Like, it's been months, maybe since the beginning of 2024. Maybe I'm kind of exaggerating a little bit. Maybe it's been only a couple of months, but yeah, it feels like if we haven't been there for a little while. And but let me know down in the comment section right down below on what's your take onto that note. Like, do you think that you're going to see him going to be in a major role on AEW in the foreseeable future, maybe even after AEW All In or during All In's pay per view, like being in some kind of an angle to build things up? And if so, then this is the best time to do it right here, right now, when it's only just like nearly a month away from the pay per view. But it's where then Chris Jericho then send a message to what's his name, to Minoru Suzuki. This is where then Chris Jericho's like he's like, I wanted to have this match ever since 2014. I'm not 24 years ago. I think that's why I got it mixed up at, but I don't understand why I even got it mixed up in the first place. But Chris Jericho then said, like, I want to have a match with you, Suzuki. And now we're finally gonna have it, but it's in a way that I did not want you to have this match, like because when you wanted this match, like it was because that you did not want to team with me when I asked you when I needed you the most to be be Brian Keith's replacement, but like you decided not to do that, like and this where then he said but I gotta admit it is a dream match. Like it's the first time ever like that Chris Jericho go 1-on-1 against you, Minoru. And that's where then he said like you were supposed to fight, I believe at Wrestle Kingdom or wherever at New Japan Pro Wrestling, like before the pandemic happened. I'm not sure if it was Wrestle Kingdom, but he said at the Tokyo Dome. But I think those plans have canceled due to the health crisis. But now we're finally going to see this match this Wednesday on AEW Dynamite. But anyway, this is where we got Chris Jericho. Then, get ready to, get ready to get some night sweat and to get ready to get some what I'm going to do with you. Like, and he was like even after the match, Minoru's like, in this Wednesday of Blood and Guts, like this match is going to be far more than violent than that. Oh yeah, I forgot to say, like he said, he said you were supposed to team with me while I was trying to take on what's their names? The team of Samoa Joe, Hook, and Katsuyori Shibata, but instead you betray me and you decline my offer and rather just challenge me for my FTW championship. And he's like, luckily, I was holding back Brian Keith, or else he would have been beating your tail because he did not like it when someone disrespects his teacher. This is where then, but anyway, this is where Chris Jericho then said, "Yep." And this was like, and yeah, I get it. What's the name? Suzuki. You are the most violent man and the best one to ever make it out of in Japan. Well, Suzuki, if there's anybody that can match you here, like go for glow, like an experience for an experience, I can match to match, and it's none other than the learning tree master himself, Chris Jericho. And then this is where the Chris Jericho's like, so Suzuki, like I cannot wait to teach you a very valuable lesson. Like in one of the lessons gonna be, you should never have turned down the learning tree when I asked you to be my partner, and you shouldn't have never came to the ring during TV talk on last week's Dynamite. Like so, Suzuki, this one for the ages. Like, and this is the first time ever that Jericho is gonna take on Suzuki, and it's the learning tree teacher versus the most violent man in the history of pro wrestling. And that's where then Jericho's like I cannot wait. But in the meantime, I'm gonna let you go right here, and I'm gonna see you guys. I'm see you this Wednesday when I defend my championship and teach you that valuable lesson. Like, and he said, thanks guys to the fans, and he's like, enjoy the rest of the show. This is where the show continued and then move on to the next match, which I believe was what was the next match? It was the Tony Nese. It was the Tony Nese versus Ray Phoenix match. But let me know down in the comments below who's going to be the winner. Do you think it's going to be Learning Tree Chris Jericho, or do you think it's going to be Minoru Suzuki that's going to walk out of Nashville, Tennessee, of the Blood and Guts edition of AEW Dynamite, as the FTW champion? Let me know down in the comment section right down below. But continue and move on. We got Tony Nese head now with his boys Josh Woods and Arya Davari and his lawyer Smart Mark Sterling. This is where This is where we got what's the ring announcer then announced it. Tony Nese. This is where we got Smart Mark Sterling stopped her in the beginning of the announcement, but this was like, hey, like everybody knows that everybody knows that you are the premier athlete, Tony. And then this is where then also needs to and this is where the fans say, like, and this is Tony Nese galaxy, and my client it has something very, very important to say to you guys. And this is where he gave the microphone to his client. This is where the premier athlete then got on the mic, and this is where fans like, boo, you're not relevant. You're not very what's that intriguing right now. This is where I was saying, like, yeah, unfortunately, like I would actually give like 10 damns about the premier athlete if he was booked in a very marquee way. Like, I mean, you don't have to be for a championship or a main event spot, but make him be in the prominent role, even though he looks like he's in that role, like when it comes to his appearance, but when it comes to him in the matches, not so much of a match of his entrance and his impressive physique and stuff like that. Yeah. Like too bad he's not like when he was in his NXT cruiserweight days, like when he was a very successful cruiserweight champion. Like too bad he's not like that when neither in AEW or Ring of Honor and is one as the premier athletes along with Arya Davari and what's his name what's his name? Josh Woods. That's who. That's what Tony Nese is like. All right, whatever. Like it's yeah, like it's gonna be. Well, he said like something about paying your taxes. He said, the fans start chanting. He's like, "You suck," and this where he's like, "Will you please shut up?" This word. Then Tony Nese was like everything is bigger. Yeah, like y'all's old saying in phrase goes, everything's bigger in Texas, isn't it? Like, well, like I had to be completely honest. Like I thought I'm talking about like when y'all said everything's bigger in Texas, I thought you were referring to cars and houses, like like material things. Like the only reason why you say that, guys, like it and this is where it is like, and the only reason why you say that, like, is y'all all are terribly, what he said, like terribly, horribly, like overweight and fat. And I was like, that was the most meanest thing that you said, Tony. But I was still chuckling a little bit the way he said it, like just to get over as a heel. But I think that's just plain rude in general. I don't think that's gonna get you over as being the villain. But I mean, it's worth a try because he did sound very hilarious the way he pointed that out to the heavy set obese fans, I guess you could call them. Like we're at this on the segment. This is where Tony Nese was like yeah, like yeah, like the 500 Texas Rangers, like y'all think like y'all have them and the Dallas Cowboys, like so like my lawyer here in my left, the greatest lawyer in professional wrestling right now. Fans like, are you sure about that? Like more like the most annoying lawyer in all of pro wrestling. This is where then Tony Nese was like, it's where then he. This is where then Tony Nese is like, yeah, I'll give any lucky challenger the opportunity to face the premier athlete, and most importantly, it's gonna teach everyone what like of you disgusting pieces of trash that don't know how to eat properly, like, and then your opportunity to see what the real premier athlete really looks like, and that's where he did the arrogant pose. But that's where we got Ray Phoenix then came out there to shut him up, and he was like, all right, I had enough of hearing your big mouth. And this is where the fans start chanting for Ray Phoenix to do it. And this is where Ray Phoenix pretty much did that. But let's get into the start of things. This is where we got Tony. That's where they spin around. This is where Tony Nese back down, like right after Ray Phoenix tried to go for a grappling war. But this is where you're like, like you're scared now. Like after talking all big game, but you're when it comes to fighting, like you decided to back down. This is where we got Ray Phoenix then go for a grapper right on the knees. This is where then Tony Nese then counter grab him and do a wrist lock on the Phoenix. This is where Ray Phoenix then got right on his knees, started lunging with his knees, like going forward and back, like if he's not Tony Nese, Grayson Waller. This is where he starts springboarding, going front flips, and this is where then he then go for a wrist lock of his own onto the premier athlete. This is where he try to twist and try to bend it and try to crunch it into two while going for these wrist locks. This is where even headbutted the left arm of the premier athlete to try to split it in half. This is where Tony's like, no, you're not gonna split my arm in half. Like, not if I have anything to beat about it. This is where did he try to do it, but this is where it was barely working. This is where we got surprisingly, Tony Nese going for a flip and then stand up. This is where then he hit a strike right onto Ray Phoenix's face. This is where he's like, that was extremely painful. I got it handed to the premier athlete. This is where Tony Nese then go for a roundhouse kick right in the midsection. He goes to the left side. He go for a big boot right to his face. This is where he hits the drop kick. This is where he try to go for a pinfall. This is where we got Ray Phoenix going for a kick out at 2 point. I'll say 7, I believe. Anyway, Tony Nese was